You wouldn't be leaving for a transfer.
Unless, what if they saw something that was smart in Houston and they're going to just start redshirting fucking everybody? If they played Alabama last week, I'm sure they would. Like, Joe Burrow, fuck it. You're redshirting. We're going to bring you back next year. Tua's gone. We're bringing you back.
I guess there's always that possibility.
Like, when you say always, like, this is the first I've ever heard of mass red
possibility
shirts.
of them doing that, but I can't see that as being the case.
Mass fucking red shirts at Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in key positions. Starting quarterback, fucking wide receivers. Just crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
I mean, the game itself is going to be good regardless, but I don't... Where is it? It's in LSU? No, it's in Alabama, right?
It is in Bama. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, with that being said, I think it's going to come down to the last play, but I think the losses on LSU's defense is going to show more towards it, and I think Alabama's going to take it. But I don't know. To be honest, it's really a coin toss for me.
I've been going back and forth. I think
this is a very hard game to think about.
I'm thinking LSU by like 3 is where I've been at the longest.
I 100% see this coming down to the last play of the game.
Yeah.
It's one of those typical LSU Alabama games.
Blocked field goal return for a touchdown to win.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Yeah. All right. So there's just 2 more things I want to touch on. One, Wisconsin, Iowa. Big game, 18 versus 13 at Wisconsin. 6-2 versus 6-2. This game gets a 4 o'clock time. But Penn State, Minnesota can't. Whatever. We were talking about Kansas State basically sucking and being overranked. Here's proof of that. Kansas State at Texas. Texas unranked, Kansas State ranked. Texas 7-point favorite at home.
Really?
So you're telling me that you think the 16th team in the country is fucking equal to an unranked team? Come on.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about real quick before we finish up tonight? We will make our picks tomorrow. I don't think we have time for that tonight. Tony, you won, so just send us your list. I will send
you a list tomorrow.
And we'll talk about it next week. Guys, we just got one more thing. But before we get to that, anyone have anything else they want to say about college football this week? The rankings, the matchups, anything you've seen, anything you've heard that you want to quickly discuss, or if we, put this shit to rest and that's it.
I'm pretty good as of right now. I don't have anything else I really want to touch on college football wise. I mean, after this week is over, I'm sure I'm going to have plenty.
I just want to say that the Jets should have fired Gase. He should have never been hired, but he should have already been fired. That's all I have to say.
Listen.
You know they shut down the Jets' Twitter on Sunday because of all the salty people?
That's great.
I'm not surprised.
They closed that shit down.
Listen, I've had to deal with 9 fucking seasons of Jason Garrett, alright? So...
Have you lost to the worst team in the football league?
Yeah, we lost to the Jets this year.
You guys lost to us.
That being said, Cincinnati's the worst team. I'm pretty sure they lost to the bye week.
I'm pretty sure I said at the beginning of the season that Miami's going to tank, but Cincinnati's going to be bad.
Purposely. They're going to try and fucking be bad, and they're still going to be bad.
Yeah.
I think you did. I do recall you saying that.
I've said from the beginning of the season that the Bengals are bad and they're going to move on from Andy Dalton.
Yep. Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah. All right. Dan, maybe anything you've got?
We'll see what happens.
All right. So, guys, we're going to finish up on our This Week in Sports History. And it's the big one. I told you we were going to try and keep literally everything tonight to the theme of college football. Tweet from Adam Schefter brings us our This Week in Sports History. On November 6, 1869, Rutgers and Princeton face off in the first college football game exactly 150 years ago today.
Wow.
Who won?
The winner of that, I'm pretty sure, was Rutgers, but I'm going to look that up.
And it was at that point that they realized Rutgers was never going to be good again.
It was at that point, 1869. 100 people attended. Yeah, so the teams were the New Jersey Tigers, which is not Princeton, and the Rutgers Queensmen.
Rutgers Queensmen, huh?
Yep. It was played in New Brunswick, New Jersey. 100 people showed up. Rutgers won the game 6-4.
And then 50 years later, Rutgers
6
has
to
just about
4?
100 fans.
Yeah, I'm just looking at to see
What was the fucking scoring system at that point? 1 point?
So it was a completely different sport, basically.
Yeah.
6-4 or something? Wasn't that on last night?
Yeah.
Are you sure they weren't playing baseball?
Yeah, so...
Because you basically just tried to kick the ball and you couldn't touch it with your hands, right? It's basically...
As the first of 10 games began, 2 players from each of the teams positioned themselves near the opponent's goal. This was presumably because the participants were hoping to easily score when the ball reached their territory on the field of play. On each team, there were 11 so-called fielders who were assigned to defend their own territory area. There were 12 participants on each team that they named Bulldogs, who were the ones playing the other team's territory. Rutgers was the first to score a goal as S.G. Gano and G.R. Dixon successfully kicked the ball across the New Jersey goal. So it sounds like it was fucking
it seems like
rugby.
Yeah. I think that's where it derived from, and then they were like, this shit sucks.
Yeah. Okay. And then, of course, Teddy Roosevelt made it better. So.
That's true.
It's a great sport, college football.
I enjoy it. And then subsequently, that was also the last time Rutgers was good.
That's not entirely true. They had Ray Rice at one point. He was out there knocking suckers out.
Yeah.
By suckers, I mean his current wife.
Yeah.
Now they barely have 100 fans.
Yeah. Now they don't even have 100 fans. He's right.
It's true. Fact.
All right. So, guys, what a show.
Good show.
Oh, it's been a super fun one. We were able to stay mostly focused, which is great. Great for you listeners because I ramble on too much like I do now. That being said, thank you for listening. If you want to check us out on Twitter, we're at Dan D'Antoni. On Facebook, we are Dan D'Antoni Sports. If you want to send us an angry email telling us that we're wrong about everything, our email address is dandantonisports@gofuckyourself.com. No, we're dandantonisports@gmail.com. You want to send us an email? I don't know why you would, but please feel free to do so.
But you can.
Yeah, for Dan, Tony, have a good night.